Hi and welcome back to the Fun Accountant. Do I have a treat for you today? I've gone ahead and done an actual mid-year EMP501 reconciliation covering the first 6 months of the tax year from March to August. I've recorded every single step and navigated through all the potential roadblocks you could face. Why, you ask? Because there's a real need for a guide like this, and I'm here to spill the tea on how to breeze through this process, making it simple, fast and spot on. We'll be using Sage Payroll with SARS Easyfile, and by the end of this video, you'll have the knowledge and confidence to tackle your own mid-year EMP501 reconciliation effortlessly. Let's jump right in. As I open the Easyfile program, I'm greeted with a message that my version is out of date. A quick word of caution here. Do not click on Update. Instead, click on OK. Before we dive deeper, let's talk safety. Always back up your Easyfile database. Here is a pro move. Disconnect from the internet before logging in. If you don't, Easyfile will nudge you to update and block your access. You'll see disconnected in red at the bottom of the screen. That's your cue. Log in. Double check that employer tax registration number and navigate to Utilities. Then Database Utilities. Click on Backup DB directory. Choose a safe spot on your PC. And voila! Database successfully backed up. With that crucial safety net in place, you can log off and get back online. Now we're all set for what comes next. Time to grab the latest version of Easyfile. Head on over to the SARS eFiling website and don't get confused. There are 2 Easyfile buttons on the home page. Select the employer's Easyfile icon. Keep your eyes peeled for the Windows Downloads button. A prompt will remind you to back up your pay-as-you-earn data before getting the new version. Good thing we've got that covered, right? Go ahead and click Download. A dialog box pops up with some terms and yet another heads up about backing up your pay-as-you-earn data. Good thing we've just done that, right? Go ahead and click Yes. You'll then be taken to a form asking for some basic info. Roll call time. You'll need your surname, initials, company registration number, pay-as-you-earn reference number, phone number, and of course your email. Check and triple check that everything is correct. Agree to those terms and conditions and then hit proceed. Alright, gear up because it's time to get this Easyfile update installed. Navigate to your Downloads folder and look for the file called Setup EMP501. Double-click to launch the installer. and if Microsoft Defender chimes in, just click Run anyway. Now let the Easyfile Setup Wizard guide you. It's going to install Easyfile Employer version 7.4.1, hot off the press. Hit Next, agree to those license agreement terms, always a good read, right? And click Install, followed by OK. A prompt will appear asking if you want to replace your current version. Go ahead and let the installer work its magic. When it's done, a dialog box will pop up saying you've successfully installed the Easyfile viewer. Hit OK and you'll be whisked away to the Easyfile Forms viewer. Once there, exit out of the viewer to find yourself back at the Easyfile login screen. Enter your usual credentials and you've logged in, and a message box pops up saying the update was a success. Click OK to shut that box down and let those changes take effect. Okay folks, we've laid the Easyfile foundation. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty with our payroll file. Put up your Sage Business Cloud Payroll and let's get moving. Head on up to the top menu and click on More. Then shimmy on over to Tax Certificates. Now, under Submission Details, go ahead and select the tax year we're dealing with. For me, it's 2024. Then for the submission period, go with mid-year. And under type of submission, choose live. Give Sage a second to do its thing. And then hit that green Create Submission button at the top right corner of the screen. You might see a little warning that says there are no errors, but one warning. Don't sweat it. Click OK and keep on rolling. And there you have it. A success box will pop up confirming your tax submission file is good to go. You're going to want to keep this file handy. It's the star of the Easyfile show, and you'll see why in just a bit. Give that OK button a click and take a bow. You're doing great. Now let's pivot and chat about the backstage heroes, your reports. These documents may look like simple pieces of paper, but they're your ticket to problem solving and audit preparation. Let's break it down. First, tax certificates. These have no value during a mid-year submission, as formal tax certificates are only issued to employees annually. The Employee Tax Reconciliation Report. Save this report. You'll notice the red cross next to it turning into a green check mark after saving. The EMP501 Reconciliation Report. This report provides the total pay-as-you-earn STL, UIF and employment tax incentives for each month from March to August. Let's save this report as well. And finally, the dreaded income tax certificate error report. Unwanted but fixable. Usually it pops up when an employee's tax reference number is MIA. Fortunately, Easyfile can assist in resolving this issue, and I'll show you how shortly. Let's save this report as well. We've completed all the necessary steps, which brings us to the point where we need to log off from the Sage Business Cloud Payroll program. Welcome to the world of Easyfile, the program developed by SARS to simplify pay-as-you-earn reconciliations for employers. Keep in mind that Easyfile runs on your personal computer, where you can upload and reconcile your information before submitting it to SARS eFiling. Open up Easyfile and log in with your username and password. Don't forget to select the company you'll be working on today and double check that pay-as-you-earn registration number. Click OK to move forward. Moving on to the import step. Your Sage payroll file is key. Go to the menu on the left. Under Import, choose Import Export Payroll File. A prompt will ask you for a CSV file. Just hit Import Payroll File to continue. You'll see a message stating that only files from your local disk can be imported. No worries, just click OK and move ahead. You'll then be directed to your Downloads folder. Locate the live file you've exported from Sage Payroll. Mine's named Mid-2024 for this demo, and click Open. A message box pops up telling you your payroll file is all set for import. Hit OK to start. Your file will undergo a validation test, which should be a breeze if you followed the steps so far. Once that's done, click OK. Excellent. You should now see a message confirming that the payroll file was successfully imported into Easyfile. Click OK and you're set for the next steps. Now, for those of you who encountered that tricky warning report about a missing employee tax number, don't worry, we're going to tackle that quickly. If this doesn't apply to you, feel free to skip ahead. Navigate to View Edit Employees in the Employee Admin section, found on the left sidebar. Choose the relevant tax year and select the employee you want to focus on. If the income tax reference field is glaringly empty, that's our red flag. Time to sort it out. Click the IT registration button at the bottom of the screen. This will bring up the employee's contact details. Click IT registration once more, which will then take you to the banking information. One more click on IT Reg, and voila, you're sent to the SARS eFiling login screen. Plug in your SARS eFiling credentials and let the magic happen. You'll receive the coveted tax number in a prompt. Swiftly copy this reference and hit OK. Now, when you're back to the initial employee details page, you'll see the income tax reference field is no longer an empty cavern. It's got a tax number. Let's secure this win by saving the employee record. Now that you've successfully imported the mid-year tax file and obtained a missing tax number from SARS, we're all set to dive into the EMP501 reconciliation on Easyfile. Navigate to the left-hand sidebar and under Reconciliation, click on Declaration. At the top of the page, it's time to pick your reconciliation period. Since we're talking about a mid-year reconciliation, go ahead and select 08 for August. Hit that request button. You'll be prompted to accept the data to fill in your return based on financial values already stored in SARS eFiling. Once you log into eFiling, get ready for a transformation. Your previously barren screen is now filled with values under each payment category. And oh look, the status has changed to saved. Hold tight, Easyfile isn't done yet. It will generate the EMP501 return, which compares the amounts paid against the employee details we imported from Sage Payroll. Be patient. This step may take a moment. And there you have it. Your EMP501 return is ready for your review. As a tax practitioner myself, I'm going to fill in the tax practitioner details next. Here's a game changer. Unlike previous years, you don't manually input payment amounts anymore. They're pulled directly from eFiling. This is a time saver, and I'm all for it. What you'll want to see is that the total amount paid align perfectly with the employee certificates, just like mine do here. If you're using a premier software like Sage Business Cloud Payroll, discrepancies are rare. Most errors occur when employers use manual systems. Those are error-prone and not ideal for mandatory submissions like EMP501 reconciliations. Luckily, with Sage Payroll, my submissions are spot on, as I have no deviations or outstanding amounts in my submissions. So let's wrap this up. Head to File at the top menu and click File and Close. You'll get a message stating that the employer declaration is ready to file, and you can submit it under the submission screen. Click OK. The EMP501 status changes to Ready to File. Next, let's head to the left-hand sidebar and click on Submit to SARS. A checkbox appears next to the EMP501 line. Go ahead and tick it. Then, in the top right corner, hit Submit. You'll encounter a validation data message followed by a prompt to choose a folder to save your completed EMP501 return. Next up, you'll see a declaration confirming that your reconciliation is accurate and that all taxes and payments are properly declared. It's a big responsibility, but once you're sure, accept it and enter your SARS eFiling login details again. Here's the moment of truth. A prompt saying EMP501, IRP5, IT3A, EMP601 and EMP701 data successfully submitted to SARS. This is your mission accomplished moment. Click OK and you'll see a message confirming the reports were generated and saved as you instructed. Since it's a mid-year submission, we won't generate certificates for employees. Click OK again. To wrap things up, I always create a backup for safety, found under Utilities. Then, Backup, Database Directory. Congrats for sticking with me through this video. Hopefully, you now see how Sage Payroll simplifies your mid-year EMP501 submissions. If you run into issues, drop a comment below. Experience the ease of Sage Business Cloud Payroll for yourself. Grab a 30-day free trial from the video description. Thanks so much for tuning in. Wishing you all the best with your mid-year reconciliations. See you in our next How to Guide. Take care.